South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
What's up, everybody? It is an all-killer, no-filler. Frankie Fresh presents a no-leftover Monday noon football program. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm back. We're all back after a nice week off. We appreciate you guys tuning back in. And we are ready to entertain you more than Gladiator 2, Moana 2, or Wizard of Oz 2, whatever that movie's called. This show is a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos and posts, and some smart gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and I hope you are all as excited that we are back after a week off as this girl was to receive a Saquon Barkley beanie. Yep, a Barkley beanie. So he's high-fiving some people. Hey, what's going on? Listen to her squeal. I'm assuming she's a huge fan, but she now has a Saquon Barkley hat, which is pretty cool. On the show, ladies and gentlemen, my friend and the highly skilled sports betting analyst, two-time national champ at UNLV, and co-hosting her second show of the day here at South Point Studios, Alex White. Woo! Woo! Massive applause. Alex, how was your week? Good to see you after not seeing you for 10 days.
It was good. Thanksgiving was good. A lot of good football this weekend. Crazy college football week.
Yeah.
So looking forward to these conference championship games this weekend.
Now, I didn't see any of the Thanksgiving games really, but I did watch some college football on Saturday, and the flag planning is getting out of hand. You know that something's going to come out this week from the NCAA. Like banning that.
Yes.
I mean, after what happened, because I watched, Ohio State, Michigan, right?
Right.
That's a game you kind of set the alarm for at 9 every year. So I get up, I'm watching the game. I'm rooting for Ohio State, I guess, because everyone hates Michigan. But the end of that game, they're in the middle of the interviews, and then that whole thing breaks out.
Yes.
And over a flag plant, it's just so stupid. And then it happened again, Arizona State. Mascots were beating each other. There was a Florida State? Or
yes.
Florida? Yeah, so I think that's going to be outlawed.
So many fights this weekend. And then yesterday morning in the NFL, we were all watching the morning games in here, and we're like, what is going on? Everybody has lost their mind because there was a bunch of fights yesterday morning, too.
Yeah, there was. So it's rivalry week, I guess.
Yep.
I looked at my parlay card. I didn't do well on the big South Point. I see you have one there. How did you do? I know you put in multiples.
Well, I definitely had Ohio State on every single one.
Yeah, that's how. By the way, that's the first one. So you look at your sheet and you're like, okay, I'm out. There you go. I had Ohio State. Yeah,
12 people won, going 14-1.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
12 winners.
12 winners.
Splitting how much? Do we know?
25,000.
25,000.
Yep.
Wow, there you go. A couple grand each for $5. Not bad. There you go. Yeah, I was not in the running. I did not do well.
No, me either, because I also had Miami on every single one.
I had Miami. Yeah. I took Maryland in an upset of
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know. Just silly. All right, on today's punch menu, our comedy clip is a clip of the Ryan Day. You'll see what I mean in a second. We got picks at 12:36, AI Magic. No Monday montage, sadly, but that's okay. We do have a look back at a half a dozen teams in pick 6 and a look going forward as well. And in Punch Bowl Pundits, we have Xavier Leggett and his different kind of Thanksgiving meal, Georgia fireworks. And for Jerry, Sonic and Knuckles were hanging out in Detroit. Oh, yes, he'll see that. But first, it's time for Top of Show Breaking Video. Woo! Okay, so a lot of stuff happened over the week, as you said. We want to kind of stay fresh on this show. No leftovers today, which I did have leftovers last night, by the way. We kind of did a cooking on Saturday.
Okay, I was going to say from who?
We ate Saturday. And so although Reno Paul and his wife Colleen had some stuff on Friday, and then we made our own thing. But anyway, a lot of fun watching the game last night. Buffalo. It's a game in Buffalo. I feel like Buffalo is going to host the AFC. It's actually on the screen right now. The poor Niners, man, they just weren't built for this. And you got to love watching football in Buffalo. Nobody does it better there than Buffalo Snow. Buffalo Snow? Is that what we're calling it? Buffalo Snow. So here we go. Check this out. This is after the game. This is head coach Sean McDermott and Josh Allen doing Snow Angels celebrating their victory. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I'm starting to think that they are the best fans in the country. And Pittsburgh, my apologies. We don't have to deal with snow. We don't break tables. We're good tailgaters. But Buffalo, pretty cool.
Well, and there's videos of some of their fans just shirtless out there in the snow, just diving in it. And
the ketchup and mustard thing that they squirt on one fan, we've shown it. I thought about letting someone do it to me on this show, but that's just too messy and would never have that in the studio. Their fans love to break tables, but they also love snowdrift. So watch this guy.
Yep.
Shirtless. Now, maybe one of the chairs is down and he hits a flap. He doesn't care. That's his weekly bath, by the way, right there. Then he does the LeBron thing. He throws the powder up. I love it. So Buffalo looked pretty unbeatable last night, and you had mentioned that stat about Josh Allen, which was amazing.
First quarterback ever to have a passing, receiving, and a rushing touchdown in one game.
And you know, it's funny because I was in and out of that game. I watched most of it, but I missed the Cooper flip. I missed it. So when I was online while watching the game, and they're like, "Oh, you have to see this play." So I missed it live and watched it. That was spectacular.
Yes.
And that is football weather right there. And I just feel bad for San Francisco. Unfortunately, Cristian McCaffery, who was our #1 overall draft pick for Ann in fantasy, where's the trombone?
It's the Madden curse, though.
Yeah, he was on the cover of Madden.
Yeah.
Anyway, unfortunately, injured, most likely out the rest of the year. I don't know why they would rush him back when they're not having a good year. But he did something really nice yesterday in Buffalo, so we wanted to show a Niners highlight. So he saw someone holding a sign up that said, "I just beat cancer," and McCaffrey runs over and gives the guy a ball. So there you go. And they pan back to the guy, and you see him celebrating. And even the Buffalo fans are like, "Hey, good for you, buddy." And his sign says, "Hey, I just beat cancer," and he gave him a ball. So I thought that was a nice, classy move by CMC. We wish him, happy recovery. I love watching the guy play.
Yes.
And probably done for the year. But I think he's only like 28 or 29. I didn't realize he was still in his 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seems like he's been around. He's been so good for so long. So he should be able to bounce back. It's a PCL, not an ACL.
Yeah.
So they were like, if they were in the hunt, he could probably rush back maybe. But after this whole year he's had.
Which California school did he go to?
Stanford.
Stanford.
He was a Stanford guy, yeah.
So I think that's kind of why, because we were already talking about him all throughout his college career.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
He was so productive, I think, for like 3 years at Stanford.
Yes.
So it's one of those guys that's been for 10 years we've known who he is. So all right, it's time for our comedy clip of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Shifting gears to the old comedy clip of the day. All right, so we got to talk about Ohio State real quick before we show this clip. Are we going right into the clip? No, good. Okay, hold on one second. So Ohio State, obviously I was rooting for them because I hate Michigan, but they lost that game. What a bad game for play calling and Coach Ryan Day.
Yeah.
And just everything. The fans were booing him. That was bad. And then the ugliness at the end of the game. But does Ryan Day hold on to his job? I mean, they're still going to make the playoff.
Yes,
they're going to get in. What if they go on a run and win it? Then everyone.
Right. Then you forget about
he's
that
the greatest coach ever.
Yeah.
But he lost to Michigan.
I know. 4 years in
and
a row
that's
or
all
something.
4 years. That's all those boosters care about. So this is the comedy clip of the day. This was Urban Meyers handing him the literal controls of Ohio State, and someone put something funny at the end. So here we go. So here's Urban Meyer. It's your team now, buddy.
It's looking great. Your turn, brother.
Thanks, Coach. So take the controls. Let's see what he does. I laughed at this like 5 times. He takes the team. Whoever has account, college sports only, put that together. Yeah, Urban Meyer versus Michigan 7-0. Ryan Day versus Michigan 1-4. I don't know what video game has a bus like that, but Jerry's smiling. He thought it was funny too. Pretty funny. It is a bus driver simulator? I know. You know what? Oh my God, Jerry. I've actually found myself scrolling on TikTok looking for videos for this show. There are plane simulators, which Vince probably would like because he's a big aviation guy. But there's also truck driving ones where you're just watching people drive trucks. And I will stay on it for minutes at a time. Like, it's like, what am I doing? I'll be like, oh my God, I got to look for sports clips. There's this guy, and he's got like a CB and everything. I'm going, oh, what am I doing? So that's what the internet's good for.
That's hilarious.
It was weird. 7-0 and 1-4. Alex, they will still have a chance to possibly get to the championship. Now, is it Tuesday where all that comes out?
Yes, Tuesday night.
So tomorrow it's going to be interesting to see who's there. I got to point out, we might as well point it out now, UNLV, your alma mater, is going to the championship against Boise State.
Yes, so it is a revenge game.
It is,
because they hosted last year, in this Mountain West Championship. So I think they'll be ready. They're definitely going to put up a good fight. It's going to be tough, though. And Boise right now, if they win, they're projected to have a bye in the playoffs.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
So that'll be really good for the conference also.
And UNLV, Vince, you were at the game. Is that right? And you have some footage. I believe we have some footage. So here we are. This is at Allegiant.
Yes, second most fans.
I was wondering.
Yeah, in program history now. After Boise regular season this year was #1.
And where is that championship game played? Do we know the Boise State UNLV game?
They get to host.
They get to host. Okay, on the blue turf then.
Yep. On Friday night, this Friday.
Vince, how was the atmosphere? Good. Yeah. That's awesome. I watched a lot of that game, and of course, Matt Neverett, who does the play-by-play on the radio. Matt will be here on Wednesday. You were here Monday and Tuesday through the end of December. Very excited. We can make an announcement right now. We'll make the announcement right now, and because you guaranteed the desk. Am I jinxing it? Am I Keith Lyle on this? We have a new set coming in before the end of the year. Knock on wood.
The desk is ready. Yes.
Okay, the desk is ready. We got Cowboys coming in, and then after that, okay. By the way, Reno Paul, who I'll bring up in a second, said, "Well, why don't we have an AN cam yet? An AN cam."
AN cam.
I have a cam.
Yeah.
It's not set up.
Okay. All right. We got to get the AN cam rolling. He was like,
I have a face built for radio.
All right. So anyway, speaking of roll call and Reno Paul, here we go. It's time for roll call. We're going to check in and see who's in the chat room. Oh, God. Hold on, everyone. Let the traffic come on. Hold on, everybody. First day back. First day of school. Computer's a little low on juice. It's sitting in my bag. Okay. Stay on roll call. And 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Oh, it's light. There we go. There's me. Okay. So, roll call. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone thought we were on break last week. No, I was driving around the country thanking all the loyal Punchies who are in the chat room every day. And I'm talking to you, Joey B. Is Minnie Dar there today? Let's see. Aaron O'Connor. Well, I see Aaron all the time, so I didn't have to stop by. So anyway, I thought I'd pop in to see one of our regulars, Reno Paul, and surprise him on our trek back from California. So here, we shot this little video here. So here's me surprising Reno. A lot of people, the show was off last week, thought I was on vacation, but I was actually taking the week off to go around the country and thank all the regular fans of the show, the Punchies. Minnie Dar, Joey B, Tommy, I was at your house. Dean Hill, I was there. I knocked on your door. You guys weren't there. So last stop is Reno Paul. So we're here outside of Reno, and we're pulling up on his house right here. So here we go. I just want to thank them for watching. So here we go. So you got that one. You rolling? Okay, so this is Reno Paul's house. He has no idea we're coming. Oh, hi. Oh, what's going on?
Surprise!
What's going on? Hey. That's okay. A charcuterie. Anyway, I wanted to thank you for watching the show. Take care. All right. That was it. There you go. Reno Paul. Yay. So we stopped in. And saw Reno Paul. Let's see who else is there today. My kickoff question was, what was your betting highlight over this past weekend? Mine was the Steelers D getting an interception and the chucker, of course. Reno Paul had Dangerous over 1.5 touchdowns and Muth to get a touchdown. That worked out well for him. Let's see here. I'm having troubles scrolling. There we go. I know. It's just high. Oh, there it is. Erin O'Connor says she had Memphis. That was over Tulane, correct?
Yep. That was a good one.
Vince says Rebels is actually how he wrote it. Frank Nicotero put a weird, I obviously puts on. I didn't see you, Minidar said. Minidar, I was there. I knocked on your door for like 10 minutes. You didn't answer.
You guys did a lot of traveling.
We did a lot of traveling. Nick Sansone says, enough with Ohio State, please. Joey B. Alex, Alex, how does the players not playing in bowl games affect your odds making and bets for bowl season?
Oh, it's really tough. It's kind of made it almost impossible to bet the bowl games.
Yes.
Where it used to be like a great
Those were
time.
the funnest games. Yeah.
But now you really have to try and figure out who is actually going to play and who's motivated.
Yeah, and on that note, when I was scrolling last night past the Trucker Simulator videos, I saw Deion Sanders say, oh, no, my players are playing in bowl games. He's like, that's why. He goes, no, they don't get that off. So, I mean, you're talking about 2 of the top 10 draft picks, right?
Yeah.
Shador and Travis, who's probably going to go, Travis Hunter overall number 1, according to Ann, will win the Heisman because
the dreams said so.
The dream said so. She had a dream about Hunter, or it was at least, or whatever. So anyway, he said they're going to play.
I think he is going to win too.
Yeah, after that game he had. I think it's they should play. I hate when they sit out. Cristian McCaffery sat out. A lot of big name players sit out because they don't want to risk it, which I get. Yeah. But it's like, what about your commitment and the fans of the college that have supported you and got you to the point where you will be a number 1 pick?
It's hard. I see both sides completely. Right. And the argument where you can get hurt at any game throughout the year and you're risking it. But on the other side, it's like, but we already made it through that.
Yeah.
And here's where my stock is. I'd like to keep that.
And the worst thing for a player is in the back of their mind being like, I don't want to get injured. Yes. I don't want to get injured. Yes. So now you're playing at half speed, right? You're doing everything. So now it's probably more likely that you would. So, but Deion coming out way before the bowl saying, oh no, we're playing. So there you go. Paul,
his guys are also used to playing hurt anyways.
Exactly. Keith Lyle, my TikTok is just dancing girls. How do I get the truck driver simulating videos? Got to change your algorithm. I didn't realize it was dancing on TikTok. That would be a joke. Okay. Stop, Ann. All right. Let's see here. All right. It's time to move on to That's Crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo, there we go. This is where we look around the internet. A lot of graphics, a lot of stats. We find something that's crazy. Alex, you're up first.
Okay, so talking about Travis Hunter being in the race, so is Ashton Genty in the race for the Heisman, running back for Boise State. So mine is not about college, but it's about running backs in the NFL.
Okay.
And they are so back. Everybody's realizing how important they are, right?
Yes.
So looking at these top 3 running backs and looking at what their team's records are right now since they've gotten them, of course, that's Saquon, King Henry, and Josh Jacobs. They're 25-9 combined, the 3 teams they're on. The teams that left that did not sign them are 7-26.
Wow.
Straight up.
Yeah. And Alex is looking to the heavens for her stats, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't understand, we have a monitor right here that's really clear and easy for us to read. So if you ever see us doing this, sometimes we get caught. It's just us trying to read because...
I didn't know what it really looked like on there until just now. It's fantastic.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, look.
Thank you, Ann.
And there it is. Najee Harris for the Steelers, another guy who's having a super big year. They declined his option for 5th year as a number 1 pick. He's going to get paid by somebody. He's having a great year. He's always been a second half of the season player.
Nervous moment in that game, right? He kind of...
yeah. Did you hear what happened?
No,
and why?
I don't.
Okay. I didn't want to... So apparently... Okay, so Najee Harris caught a little swing pass. And he kind of was like at half speed, ran out of bounds, crouched down. So Pat Fryermuth's girlfriend.
Oh, I did see that.
Apparently makes some sort of banana dish, something. So we think he ate it and he had an upset stomach is what it was. So he's like, I can't eat that before I get. Well, no, you should stick to your pregame. Don't mix in something new. You're supposed to eat the same thing before every game once you learn what your body. That's what I did when I played Little League. I had Cheez-Its and Pop-Tarts. That was my pregame meal. So, so it was that. It passed, and he's fine.
Right. Yeah.
But
forgot
yeah,
you did
I was a
talk
little
about
no, I was nervous. I'm like, oh, we got Jaylen Warren, but you want Najee because he's been having a great season because he's running angry because he wants to get paid.
Right.
And the Steelers didn't pick up that option, might have made a mistake. But then again, our running backs back, we don't know. It seems like you can always find a late round pick, and Jaylen Warren's still there. Okay, so for my That's Crazy, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 19-leg monster. Paul, take a look at this.
Oh
So apparently a bettor turned $2.40. So you know what that means when someone makes a weird bet for $2.40? That's all they had left in their account. So they're like, screw it, I'm doing a 19-legger, paid $279,000. Now, I dove into this. Ben Fox is a pretty reputable guy. So he doesn't really usually post something without doing a little research. It looks legit like it was a real one. So, I mean, that's the dream right there. $2.40.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. There were a couple that were posted that people had doubts, people proved. If you go into the comments, people go, no, wait a second, that couldn't happen. That number's not right. This one seemed to be legit. If it's not, I don't care. It worked for the show.
Those lines are all right. That's a lot of favorites, though. No wonder why I got crushed on Saturday.
A lot of chalk, yeah. But so you just said that's why you got crushed on Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, the favorites, they did pretty well. Alabama-Auburn game wasn't that entertaining. I watched a little of it. BYU, yeah. So there you go. But anyway, Monster Parlay. We're still waiting for someone to hit one that we know that we can post because it's a lot of fun. All right, let's look at the days of the week.
Sean or Reno Paul will probably be.
Reno Paul, he's still doing it. He does them all the time.
Sean
he's doing
does too.
Sean Sean's not here today. Okay, so today is December 2nd, 2024. We had a week off. Everyone's getting back in the swing, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, it's December 2nd, and here we go. Alex, I have a long list here.
Oh, great.
I might have to show them to you. Let me read them first, please.
Yep.
Here we go. Which one is the fake one? These are all the national days. There is a national week one at the end, which is real. I will give that to you. Here we go. It's Play Basketball Day, Walt Disney Day, National Mutt Day, National Build Joy Day, National Fritters Day, National Clean Your Junk Drawer Day, Business of Popping Corn Day, Safety Razor Day, National Skip School Day, Cyber Monday, and then this one is a National Cookie Cutter Week. So if you want to take a look at those, which one's fake? We'll go to the glass. Drew Dog says fritters, no way. Vince says popping corn is not a thing. Jerry says junk drawer. And what say you?
Oh, gosh. National Mutt Day.
Okay, Alex, it's to you. Which one did I make up?
I'm going to go with the junk drawer also.
Jerry and Alex are correct. Congratulations. Woo! It's not National Junk Drawer Day. You know, as I'm reading this today, these lists, I want to feel like I've done that one before. I'm a little rusty. As I'm reading them down, I got to that one. I'm like, I think you put it in the same position, and it was 2 lines because I think I did that one before. So good on Alex and Jerry paying attention. So,
well, Disney almost threw me off though.
Well, we had Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse both last week. So I don't know.
Now that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other ones are all real. And celebrity birthdays, we got 2 good ones here. Celebrity birthday, Britney Spears said, "Hit me, baby, one more time" to a trip around the sun. She turns 43. Britney Spears is 43 years old. And Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers is a jerk. I mean, 41. He is 41. Wait, here we go. Hold on. Get ready. Here we go, guys. That's 2 celebs who know something about hits. Loaded into the machine, which is now located in Utah. Here we go. All right, so there we got Britney Spears. It looks like she's got a mutt eating some popcorn. And Britney Spears looks more like a young Madonna.
Or a really blonde Mariah Carey.
Or a very blonde Mariah Carey. Always has her hair twirled a little like that. Then you have Aaron Rodgers making corn fritters. And it's Cyber Monday. What else would Aaron Rodgers do but wear his uniform to cook on a George Foreman grill some corn fritters? Those are 2 good ones.
Does not look like Aaron Rodgers either.
No, it doesn't. He probably, he's got the 5 o'clock shadow there. It looks more like, it kind of looks like him. Maybe not. Someone else said he looks like, and I can't figure out who.
I know.
What is a corn fritter, by the way? Anyone? Corn fritter? Someone in the chat room?
Stumped.
All right, we'll figure it out. Corn fritters. We did That's Crazy. I'm moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the punch ball. Woo!
Hang on.
Oh, wait, what? Oh.
Your script says on this date.
Oh, I didn't have it on this day. I didn't have it in there. Do we have something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, it's the news to me, too.
No, didn't we go over this before show? And you said on this date? Okay.
No, I didn't. We didn't.
Oh.
What happened? You know what? Oh, yeah, I remember what happened on this date. Show it.
Yeah.
I don't. I didn't. You know what? I know what this is. This is Monday Night Football. This is going to be 1985. I'm doing this off the top of my head. This was the only loss of the year for the Chicago Bears that year. Number 45 would be Gary Fensick, I believe. Catching the ball is either Mark Clayton or Mark Duper. That guy's name is Ron Johnson. I know him as well. He's an insurance salesman. Have you beat your Bears today? Have you beat your bear today? Huh? Anyway.
I will say that I remember watching that game.
I do too.
I was a Bears fan that year.
And that was the only
that
game.
Year. No, I mean, I was always a Bears fan.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That day, you're like, that day, I love the Bears. That was the only line. I think, was McMahon out that game? I think Keith's going to chime in any second now, I'm sure. I remember watching that game too. The Bears went 15-1, dominated. Some people say the greatest team of all time. That was their only loss. And ironically, it came to the Dolphins, who are the last team to have a perfect season in 1972. And every year when the final undefeated team loses, the people who are still alive that were on that team drink a bottle of champagne together. And it's not many. So
when that happened, because, that was the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
So my dad was in California. We were watching the game together. So dad never allowed to come back to California to watch a Bears game, right? It was the only game my brother watched with us.
Right.
So when it went to the Super Bowl, I sent him upstairs. You're not watching this game.
Banished.
Finally, in the Super Bowl, second half, I allowed him to come downstairs.
Come on. They're crushing New England. Tony Eason got crushed. Then they put in old Steve Grogan as a quarterback. And it was, I want to say 45-10 or 55-10. I think it was 55-10. Keith Lyle, I know you're coming. I know he's going to do it. Let me hit refresh. It doesn't work all the time. 55-10, I believe, was the score of that game. There you go. All right, now it's time for Punch Bowl. All right, Alex, go ahead, pick one out. Punch Bowl pundits, ladies and gentlemen, we pull out something, gives us a little topic that stays current, and we usually have a little corresponding video. We have some fun with it. Picks coming up at 12:36 in about, let me do the math, 11 minutes. Okay, what do we got?
Number one.
Oh, perfect. Okay, do you want to read the question? Go for it.
Sure. Did you think it would take Bryson DeChambeau 16 days to finally get a hole-in-one over his house?
Okay, so we know what's going on here. Every day he's been trying to shoot a hole-in-one, and his house is ridiculous. So This is very much like, hey, look at my house. But each day, on day one, he had one shot at it. Day 5, he had 5 balls that he could hit. So he finally got it on day 16, and I thought it would be sooner. I mean, I thought maybe around 10, 11, or 12.
I don't know. I thought it'd be even longer.
You think so, really?
Watching those videos and watching...
It's not it's not an easy shot.
No.
But he is a professional. I mean, the guy's, Anyway, here's him finally getting it. He's got his buddy.
Trying to make a hole-in-one over
Can you crank up the volume, please?
I get 16 shots.
Thank you.
Oh, be good.
I can do it.
Be good.
Drained it. Finally. And he actually took a car to get around the house. He had an Uber there waiting for him, and it cost him $40. I mean, come on, bro. It's like, oh, geez, okay. Well, they had to edit it. It took so long. And there's the ball.
Listen, if there's a lesson in any of this, it's if you have kids, get them in golf very early.
Funny you should mention that, Alex White. A lot of people have been doing copycat videos, including this kid on Thanksgiving Day. Crank it up, please. Thanks.
I got 6 shots.
6 shots.
Bad day to be a turkey.
How cute this kid is.
Bad day to be a pin.
Bad day to be a turkey, bad day to be a pin. So his dad's on the roof filming it.
I like this. Oh, do it. Do it.
He got it.
Oh my gosh.
And then the dad fell off the roof tragically and suffered 3rd vertebrae fracture. No, he's fine. Look at the kid. Look, it doesn't snow. I mean, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that is the best video
Right?
of the year.
And then his little sister is happy. I assume the mom. There you go. Pretty cool. So I guess he's done doing that. But so many views and clicks for Bryson DeChambeau.
Yes.
Kind of humanized him because he's kind of had a reputation as being a little, whatever. But I thought that was a great thing. And there were so many copycats. There was one kid at a driving range. I think we showed a clip on day 1. He broke a window. So then he started a GoFundMe to help him pay for the window or something.
Oh my gosh.
He shot at a nice ski resort. He shattered a window.
I want to show this one more time because it's
Yeah.
it was a glass house, obviously,
Yeah.
right? But then watch. This is the point where he actually breaks his window.
Did he really?
No.
Oh my God! I was like,
that would
oh
be
my.
funny.
Hi, did you put that sound effect in?
There was no sound effect.
I thought I heard breaking glass. No one heard Breaking Glass when he play that one more time. I heard Breaking Glass.
Power of suggestion? What?
No, listen.
Let's go, baby! I can't believe
Oh, is it? He went like that. It sounded like Broken Glass. Mini Dar, that parlay seemed too good to be true with all the favorites. I agree. Joey B points out December 17th, episode 300 for Punchlines. Any big plans for 300? I know they're whipping up some back there. Ann's got something special going on, right?
Totally.
We might have a new desk by then.
I was thinking that.
Wait, when is it?
He's saying December 17th. Keith Lyle, I knew he'd chime in. Jim McMahon played but got hurt. Steve Fuller came in. Bears won the Super Bowl 46-10 or 40. Yeah, okay, 46-10. Someone scored 55 points at one point. Maybe it was the Niners. But anyway, I knew Keith would know that. Joey B, I tried the DeChambeau challenge. Broke my garage door window on shot one after stuffing my sandwich. After sculling my sandwich. Oh, Joey B. All right, that was a good one, though.
Yeah.
He did it. He finally did it. We knew he was finally going to do it. It took 16 days. All right,
But you already knew that, right? Wasn't it leaked on TikTok and stuff?
No, because there was a rumor. Someone said, "Oh, I hear he did it on day 9." I think I like to think that he was doing it like daily.
Right.
Yeah. So I just think that was someone being a jerk, being like, "Yeah, right." So okay.
Let's stick with the odd numbers and go with number 3.
Number 3. Okay, so if we needed another reason to love the Lions, we found out that 2 players are nicknamed like Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
And they got to meet the real ones. So this is a clip for Jerry right here. So I think it's Gibbs and Montgomery. I think it's the 2 running backs.
Yeah. Well, and now we know Montgomery is a vegetarian because if you watch them win.
Oh, he didn't eat the turkey leg? No. No?
No, there's a hilarious video of him just holding a tiny little carrot like this.
No.
This monster running back.
Oh,
but
I
anyways,
missed
I'm
it.
sorry. Here,
So, Jerry, do you approve of that clip?
I love that.
What kind of animal is Knuckles? That's easy, Alex. Go tell everybody.
I think he was
He's
asking you.
a meerkat. Hedge. No, Sonic's a hedgehog. Clean out your junk drawer. Does anyone know over there? He's a roadrunner. And? Oh, let's see here. Otter? Red-breasted. He's got like dread. I don't know. What? Squid. What is he? An echidna. That was. You said you were going to say echidna.
Yeah.
What the hell's an echidna? Is that a land animal? An echidna? All right. We're educational on this program too. We'll look up echidna. Like I've never heard of an echidna. Wow.
I would look it up if I could spell it, but since I don't even know where to begin.
Hey Siri, what's an echidna? She's on it. Echidna is sometimes known. I believe they're known as spiny anteaters, and quill-covered monotrims belonging to the family Tachyglossae living on. I shouldn't have even attempted that because I didn't say any of that right. Could you repeat that?
Echidnas, sometimes known as spiny anteaters, are quill-covered monotremes.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Educational show, ladies and gentlemen. So the question was based on video games. Alex, did you play video games as a kid?
I actually liked Sonic.
Okay,
I liked
you liked
Mario.
Sonic?
Any Mario games.
Mario
the old
games?
school Mario, yeah.
Okay, that's
and Mario
great, yeah.
Party, that's a great game.
I've played Mario Party.
Yes.
That's a fun game, actually. Whilst drinking.
Oh.
It's very fun. Video games for me was always just I just played sports games. Madden, but like Tecmo Bowl, RBI Baseball. Pitfall Harry. Pitfall? No, it's Harry. Pretty sure it's Pitfall Harry. It was the dumbest game, but Vince, video games? No, okay. So quick no on that one. All right, I think we got time for one more maybe here before. I'm going to take a sip. It's my first on-camera sip. I got to do it, Ann.
Okay, and I'm going to read number 2, Punch
Okay.
Bowl. Do you want? Oh, I think that you have to read that.
Oh no, are we prepared for Alex to tap the top of my head? We are. Okay, so do you want to read the question? Oh no, I'm supposed to read it, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to see what hit me on my? Okay, this is.
Ann's ready.
Should we? Okay, okay. I'll come over to you.
Thank you.
Here we go. Watch this, everybody. Whoa! Wait, that was it? Okay. Oh! Fireworks. Oh, so do you know what this is referring to by chance? The Georgia guy?
Yes.
Okay, so the Georgia Bulldogs, there's a great sideline end zone shot of someone scoring. Guy comes over and hits his teammate on the head, and the fireworks go off. This might be one of the shots of the year. If Life Magazine still did that, they would make this one. So go, Life Magazine. I'm dating myself. Here we go. Life Magazine. So watch, his teammate comes over and hits him on the helmet, and it launches the firework. Bam, boom. Come on.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
1,000,000-to-1 shot right there.
Even though they should have lost, but it's
Okay,
fine.
I want to talk about this game. Now, I was driving through the Sequoias, I was having spotty service, right? But I was getting updates on my phone from the Score app, and it would, give me some news mostly I didn't care about. Mostly I wasn't looking at my phone because I was driving
Very good.
through a dark forest, windy roads. The speed limit, according to my navigation, was 55. If you go over 25, you're a moron. So I was going very slow, but I kept seeing Georgia Tech updates, overtime, second overtime, third, fourth. So were you watching that game?
Yes, because I was prepping for Saturday's show, so that's all I was doing is writing up notes, watching that game, every second of it, 8 overtimes.
Wow.
The record is 9. I just think it's so funny how after they have to do the 2-point conversion, they have to walk all the way across the field and switch sides.
Do they really?
It's so funny.
That's so silly. Why would they do that? But it is an exciting thing. I ended up watching the highlights that night. But I thought when I saw 8 overtimes, I was like, oh, the score's got to be in the 60s or 70s, right? But it was low. It was 45-42 or 45. Yeah. So I have a feeling overtime, I don't know at what point the over hit, but if you have the over, you're like, oh, I would need this game to go 4 or 5 overtimes to get it.
Right.
And it did.
Well, they both scored a touchdown, kicked the field goal.
Okay.
And then that was it until that 2-point conversion. I think.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Because they kept.
Oh, not getting anything.
They weren't both getting it. They were neither getting the 2-point.
I gotcha.
Which that Haynes King kid, though, for Georgia Tech, that quarterback, he's tough. And I don't know what year he is, if he's staying there.
Okay.
Or if another bigger school will want him. But they looked good.
I saw that kid Moss from USC. He's getting out. He's leaving. He's getting out of Lincoln.
Yeah. Do you know where he's going?
No, he doesn't know yet. I mean, obviously, he's just announcing it. But
so who did Colorado? Who's Colorado getting after
Shedeur
leaves?
I don't know.
Because I thought it was him for some reason, but I don't know if I made that up.
That would make sense. He said he wanted to play at a big time program and try to win a chance. No one ever says when they transfer, I want to go to like a mid-level school where I'm not on national TV and we maybe make a bowl game. Yeah. Everyone wants to play for a championship. So we'll see where Moss lines up. And I always do this. Gold. I never know who that is, and then I realize it's in. You had what? You had ColecoVision. Are you serious? That was my friend Mike O'Day. He was the only one. There's always one family in the neighborhood that got ColecoVision.
And it was so weird for me to have like the really cool one. Yeah,
right.
Because we know my lunchbox story. But yes, I had the cool system. Everybody had their Atari and everything. But JR mentioned in television, right.
In television. That's the one the O'Days had. Yeah.
Yeah. So they mentioned that. And I was like, oh, those graphics are really cool and clear and everything. And then I ended up with the ColecoVision. I'm like, this is way better than
JR also mentions they switch sides in case one end zone has a bigger home crowd to make it a little fair for the visiting team. Sure, makes sense. Evan Tola, ColecoVision was great. Joey B, Colorado's getting Juju Lewis from USC to Boulder. I don't know who Juju Lewis is. I know Juju Watkins at USC. I don't know Juju Lewis. Moss is the quarterback.
Thank
who was
you, though.
leaving.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Joey B, if you got more on that, let us know. There were a number of cool in television games, football, bowling, the horse racing game. You could make bets. Oh, my God. That's where it started, JR. That's where it started. And television. Yeah, that's the one. My friend had the football, and they would go, hi, Mom, and they'd look at the camera, and the controllers were stupid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Picks at 12:36. We are on time. Whoa. Here comes the jingle. Picks at 12:36. They're showing highlights of the Steeler-Bengal game up on the television there. I could watch those all day. Let's.
I think it's just an automatic Cincinnati over.
Unbelievable. To lose 5, they've lost 5 games by scoring over 30 points. I mean, Joe Burrow, you saw him sitting on the sideline just like, what do I got to do?
Seriously.
I mean, can we get some stops? I mean, my goodness. And the Steelers, that was the most entertaining game to watch. I mean, the Washington game was great too. But what a highly entertaining game.
And I also heard that Russell Wilson had 8 different receivers.
10. I think 10 different receivers
10.
Possibly.
Well, it was 8 over
10 yards.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing.
But 10 total.
Yeah. Really spread the ball around, made some great audibles. The touchdown to Freiermuth was amazing. He was running to his right, saw that he was breaking. Just a great game. So it gives you that thing where you go, okay, well, maybe the Steelers could go pretty deep now that they got the offense humming. So I don't want to get cocky because they're playing Cleveland again. Don't you dare, Bill Sindelar. Okay, so picks at 12:36. What do you got, Alex?
Speaking of Cleveland, because they're playing
They are
tonight,
tonight.
as well, and coming off of that big win, that's all I'll say, on that Thursday game in the snow. But on the other side, the Broncos are playing for a playoff spot, and they've
All of
actually
a
looked
sudden,
pretty good.
Yeah, Bo Nix has been playing well.
I don't love the 6.5. I think that is a lot to ask of the Broncos. So I did a same game teaser. Tease the Broncos down. Just have to win. They have to win by half a point.
Okay.
And then I like the under. So I bumped the total up to 48.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So you like the Broncos at home. They just got to kind of win, right?
Yep. It's
And
0.5. And then,
push it up to 48 and take the under.
yep.
I don't know what the weather's like
Under
in
48.
Denver.
It's good.
Do we know the weather? Is it going to be chilly?
No, it's not going to be bad. It's good football weather.
Good football weather. All right, I like that. All right, so I'm doing a pick from this game as well, and of course, as the prop bet king here on the show, I am going with Jerry Jeudy. Maybe a little revenge factor here against his former team. His over/under is only 59.5 yards.
Ooh.
So I feel like he's going to go to Jameson. Hey, I need the ball. That seems like that's something he could get on one or two plays right there. So I feel like that. I feel like that's going to climb. It's minus 115. So I would get in as soon as possible. But I really think he comes out and has a big game. He's already had this circled on the calendar.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him the other day. He's like, "Oh, let's go, Cleveland. Let's get to Denver and win this game." So I think that is a lot of points. I think that game could be close, right? So I like teasing it down.
Yeah. Well, and I like that because I think they're going to have to abandon the run early with Nick Chubb and probably just let Jameis Winston throw it a ton.
And I can't wait to hear Jameis Winston pregame. I'm sure they know. All right, we got Cleveland. No one really wants to watch Cleveland play, but he's good TV. So get a pregame interview with him. Get some quotes from Jameis Winston. Yeah, I like both of those bets. I'll watch the game. I mean, I don't really care about anyone in this game. Let Cleveland win. No. What am I saying? Well, I hate Sean Payton, and I don't want Denver to be a weird wild card team.
I know.
And that could have to come to Pittsburgh, possibly.
Oh, that's
you know what I mean?
true.
Even though we already beat him, it's before Bo Nix was really playing better. So it's a scary team right there. Joey B, Juju Lewis, 5-star quarterback he's in SoCal, committed to USC, then announced he's going to CU in Boulder 2 weeks ago or so. Okay, duh. I watched that live on ESPN. I watched the announcement. That's right. He was on Pat McAfee. He had the headphones on. That kid, they showed highlights of him. When he was a freshman in high school, he threw for like 4,000 yards.
Oh my God.
As a freshman. Yes, thank you, Joey B, for reminding me. I did see him announce that live. So Moss will not be going there, I would think.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, we'll see where he ends up. All right, very good. All right, let's go to, we have a few more punch bowl things, and then we're going to get to some pick six action.
Okay,
Here we
punch
go.
bowl number 6.
Number 6. Okay, this is a tremendous prank to pull on someone before we get to your question. This guy lined up the Auburn-Alabama game. So he told his girlfriend, hey, I bet on Auburn, and she knew the game was going on. But he put up the video of the kick six. So here's her reaction thinking he bet Auburn. Watch this. Pretty good prank. 6. Yes, correct. Yeah, crank it up, please. So she's watching.
Oh my God.
She's like, oh my God, you won.
Lord, it's a replay.
So pretty good prank. You got to give him credit on that one. He got her on that. But the question to you, Alex, speaking of college football, let's talk power rankings. So what do you got for your power rankings?
So every week on your show, I've been saying Ohio State was still number 1. They're not number 1 anymore. I actually have Texas, Oregon, very close behind them.
Yeah.
Then Ohio State, Notre
You still
Dame.
got Ohio State third.
They're still third.
Okay.
In the power ratings. Notre Dame, Bama, Georgia, Mississippi are all tied.
Okay.
And then Penn State, Tennessee, and Miami, Florida.
You have no respect for Penn State. No respect for Penn State, which I'm fine with. I hate Penn State. I like the Tennessee team. I know your dad talked about Ole Miss.
Oh, my dad has Tennessee way higher than me. I think it's actually kind of like me and him have Tennessee and Notre Dame.
Can we see that one more time, man? I apologize. I wasn't looking at the time.
Because, he's got Tennessee like 5.
Yeah, Notre Dame. That team, they're Georgia's
Hey,
still
what
up
they
there.
did to USC, that was very impressive.
That was a bad loss for Miami. Bad loss against Syracuse.
Bad loss for yes.
But I like Tennessee, Penn State again. Then Coach Franklin got into a little confrontation with the Maryland coach afterwards, who thought he was running up the score. But I kind of look at that guy, and Franklin in his press conference afterwards is like, look, I have to get my 3s and 4s playing time. I can't tell them not to go in and do their best, right? They might want to transfer. They got to get some tape. So they got to play. But also, when you're for this national championship, the way it works now, you need to impress the eyeball test too. Yep. So if you can run up the score a little bit, I mean, it was 44-7, I think. It's not like Penn State was in the 50s or 60s. It's like, hey, we scored a touchdown. Get over. Stop us. Yeah. You know, the old adage, stop us if you want. And he, you know, I actually, not a huge Franklin fan, but I agreed with him on that. Like, look, my kid's got to play.
I do too.
Yeah, so I agree with him on that. I don't know as much about college football, obviously, as you and your dad and Jeff and everybody here. I just when I watch games, I like Tennessee. I like Ole Miss, like your dad had a long shot winning. And Notre Dame, I don't know. I've always not liked Notre Dame, but as I've gotten older, my hatred has lessened for them. So I wouldn't mind seeing Notre Dame because it's a storied franchise. It would be nice to see Oregon maybe finally win a national championship, having been so good. So
well, and now they get Penn State this weekend instead of Ohio State, which I was excited to bet Ohio State, the revenge game.
Yeah.
And now I think Oregon's going to kill Penn State.
On Saturday. I do too. And the line is a lot less than I thought it was. I forget what
it's like 4.5.
Yeah,
maybe?
I'll tell you what. I will bet Oregon right now. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. I will bet Oregon. I don't think Penn State's that good. All right. Okay. I think we have, is there one more punch ball in there or 2?
I think there's 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
Okay. So this one, 4.
Okay, good. This is my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I said no leftovers on the show, but this one's too good. So my question to you, Alex, we love Xavier Leggett. We've showed videos of him. He's got a really thick Southern drawl. It's hard to understand him. That's why they caption all these clips. So my question to you, what animal did Xavier Leggett's cousin kill for a Thanksgiving treat? Was it A, a raccoon, B, a gator, or C, a turkey?
I already saw it.
Damn it!
It is a raccoon.
Roll the clip.
Saturday, today, man, it gonna be that cool, man. My cousin, they called me last night and told me they killed the cool 2 days ago. They took the clothes off and everything, washed them up. Yeah, we about to dive into that today, man.
Come on, man. Shout out to you, man. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, dog.
Again, I love that guy so much. He's on Carolina, right? I mean, I forget what team he plays for. Highly entertaining. I didn't think anyone ate raccoon. Has anyone ever had raccoon here? Nope. Nope. I've had, I went to a weird restaurant in Pittsburgh. My dad took me to once. They claimed that it was bear and lion. I don't know. Raccoon, though, sounds like they're a filthy animal.
Oh my gosh. I rode with my brother to South Dakota when he moved there years ago. Actually, it was like 2020.
Okay.
It was really dark. It was like 9-10 p.m. and there's no lights, and he hit a raccoon, and it was a fat one too.
I thought there was an ending to the story. She's like, so he pulled over, threw it on the radiator.
So then I called up Xavier. I was like, do you want this guy or not?
What's the recipe? And let's go at it. All right, I think there's one last punch ball in there.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, one last one.
Number 5.
Oh, do you want me to read it?
Yes.
The Lions won on Thanksgiving, but really should have lost. Were you yelling anything at your TV during this game for the timeout that Matt Eberflus, who you knew, everyone in the world knew, you're done? That had to be his last game.
So actually, I watched the first half, and then I started to get ready for the Thanksgiving festivities. I go out to the living room. It's the fourth quarter. I'm like, what happened? So I barely just watched the end. Yeah.
I mean, just the clock's ticking. Even Jim Nantz, they're like, what's going on?
Oh my
and
gosh.
Caleb Williams was being screamed at in his ear, and I think that's now the head coach, the offensive coordinator. I could be, no, I don't know. Who cares? But anyway, the reason I brought up the Lions on this one for Punch Bowl, I don't know if you saw this one, but this is the second appearance for Jahmyr Gibbs since he was also in the Sonic and Hedgehog one. So him and Buddy took some pictures. Here are the pictures, and here's Dan Campbell's reaction to finding out.
Gibbs, he had a social media post where, there was a bunch of plays or partial calls on the whiteboard behind him.
What?
He was not aware of this.
Just remind the player to, be smart about what they're posting on social media. Is there anything,
Who's that?
Who was that?
Photo of Jefferson with a bunch of, lingo on the whiteboard in the running back room behind him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I need to check on that then. Did not know that. Yeah, I'd rather our stuff not be out there. Thanks.
Yeah. So it looked like there was some play. Yeah, that's not good. Or then a lot of people are like, oh, maybe he put like wrong plays to like throw. No. No, don't try to cover that up. That's a bonehead play. Those were real plays. And now they're going to have to restructure some stuff.
Oh, my God.
Let's see. You sure that restaurant wasn't in West Virginia? What? Oh! No, it was in Pittsburgh. It was outside. It was deep outside of Pittsburgh. It was it in Wilmerding? I can't remember. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Pick Six. Let's do it. Here we go.
Oh.
All right, Alex.
Blind rank.
What's that?
Blind rank, one at a time.
Blind rank. So, yeah, we're doing it different. We got some good rock and roll music there. All right, so what we're going to do on Pick Six, and we're going to look ahead to the Lions. By the way, we're going to look at, yeah, it's so good, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a good jam. Let's roll it again. We're going to look at the games coming up this week. There are 6 teams on bye: Ravens, Broncos, Texans, Colts, Patriots, Commanders. There's a good Thursday night matchup between Green Bay and Detroit, but there's a lot of like marginal average things happening. All right, so here's what we're going to do.
That's a rematch, too. Those two have already played each other once.
Well, we got Pittsburgh, Cleveland, too.
Packers, yeah.
All right, so here we go. There's all the helmets of all the teams that are not on bye. We're going to go ahead and blind. Oh, no, we put them all back in. No, we didn't. Okay.
So do we want to do, left, best over here, and then worst over there, right?
Best towards you. Okay, so we're going to do this together.
Yeah, you
All right, so
pick
you're
one
gonna
first.
pick,
Okay.
I'll pick one.
Just one.
Okay, and we're going to rank it 1 to 6 on how good of a team they are?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. First team, go. Boom. Tennessee Titans, 1 through 6.
I'm okay with 6 if
I'm
you
okay
are.
with 6. All right, I'll pick 3, then you pick 3.
Okay.
Okay, Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
That's a head scratcher. I feel like they're the middle of the pack.
Yep.
Maybe a 3.
3 or 4.
3 or 4? 4.
Okay, 4.
Ooh.
4 was my initial,
Okay, 4.
and then I was thinking about who
Hold it.
else
All right,
we might
here we
get.
go. My last one.
I think you should just keep going. Pick all 6.
Okay, Rams. Ooh.
Ugh. Gosh.
Are they worse than Arizona? I think so.
Yes.
5?
Yes, but what if we get somebody else?
I know.
We
We're
might
going to have to rank our top 3.
We might have to put the Rams ahead of Arizona.
You want to make them 3? I like them at 5. I'm going to take the gamble.
All right, let's take the gamble.
All right, we're
That's
putting them
what
at 5.
this
These
show's
3 have
about.
to be good ones. And then we'll look at these 6 teams. Come on, give us a good team. The New Orleans Saints are now the 3rd ranked team.
All right, that's
they're
okay.
3. All right, we need 2
Even
good
though
ones
they
here.
just lost to the Rams.
I know.
It's okay.
All right, here we go.
It's okay.
Got bailed out.
Okay.
Green Bay Packers.
Okay. Number.
I think we should put them 1. We don't know
You
what.
do?
All right, 2. All right,
Wait.
no, we're doing 2. Because it'll make it more suspenseful.
Wait. Maybe you're
No,
right.
it's 2. Here we go. Here's the team that we feel is the best. Blind ranking.
Let's go Bills, Steelers. It's the Panthers.
It's the New York Giants.
Oh, even better.
New York Giants are the best team of the 6 teams we drew. So let's take a look at that. I don't even think their coach lasts through today, by the way.
Oh, I think they're just going to keep him right now.
I don't know. All right,
the
so here
end.
we go. So what we got to do is not rank these. The only one, I think Green Bay is where they should be 1. Green Bay's probably the best team on that table. So,
And then, honestly, then it's got to be the Cardinals.
all right, if you want to re-rank them now. Okay. All right, so 1, there we go. Yes, Rams. Oh God, yeah. Tennessee. And then the Giants.
There we go.
That's the way they should be. That was fun though. I like that. So let's just take a look at those games. Green Bay plays the Detroit Lions in Detroit on Thursday night. So Amazon Prime, congratulations to you. That is the game of the week, and it happens in 4 days. So Detroit is 3.5 at home, 51.5. 2 high-powered offenses and a rivalry game.
So you have to take into consideration that the Lions went to Lambeau and beat them on their field.
Right.
So the Packers are going to want that home revenge.
Yeah.
And the Lions just keep losing guys on the defensive side.
Yeah.
They had more injuries on Thanksgiving. So this might
All
be
right.
a Packers game. Getting 3.5.
Yeah, that hook right there, right? At
Yeah.
3.5, because you think it could come down to a field goal between Bates or Chris Jackie. Chris Jackie kicked for Green Bay 40 years ago. Whoever their kicker is. Is it one of the Carlsons? I don't. No one cares. Let's move on. But anyway, that is the game of the week. Now let's talk about Arizona. Arizona is hosting Seattle, in which turns out to be one of the other good matchups of the week.
Yes.
Because both teams are in contention to win that division. Arizona's minus 2.5 at home, 45-0 over under. I don't know. Arizona, you never know what team you're getting with them. I don't know.
No,
And
well, and
Seattle's the same.
Seattle, yeah. But one thing I will say is watching that Seahawks and Jets game yesterday, Seattle doesn't give up. They're like buying in with McDonald's. They're in it till the end. I mean, it looked like the Jets were going to run away with it for a second, and then defensive lineman, gets a pick six. Yeah. And then they ended up winning that.
Seattle's in first place. I mean, it's me and Christian, B-Town Dummy, who I don't think is watching right now, but we were bragging to our friend who's a Charger fan. We're like, hey, our teams are in first place. Oh, that's cute. Chargers are in second place. All right, moving down the line, the Rams.
I'm sure your friend that's a Chargers fan is very happy to
Will is very happy.
And have the Raiders where they are.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Let's talk about the Rams. The Rams are at home hosting the juggernaut that is the Buffalo Bills. So now Buffalo has to go to the city that's the least like Buffalo in the country, which would be Tinseltown, and play in LA, play the Rams in SoFi, which is it's a dome. So that's actually not a bad game. Bills are 4.5-point favorites. I actually would have thought it was closer to 6, but looks like it's 4.5. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean the Rams are still in the conversation to sneak into the playoffs. So I think I would take the points there. And it's terrible handicapping, but the Bills have got to eventually trip up, right? Yeah, they can't just go on this huge winning streak.
Probably.
Coming off of that big game last night against the Niners, maybe just a weird spot.
And here's how delusional I am a little bit. I keep looking at Buffalo's record and Kansas City's record, and then you have the Steelers with only 3 losses. So I'm still trying to get that number 1 seed in the bye. As a Steeler fan, I should just want to win the division. Just win the division. You got a 2-game lead over Baltimore. So let's do that. All right, next up, the Saints. Unfortunately, Taysom Hill, who I love that guy so much. He's out for the year, sustaining an injury. They play the Giants. Look how this, we're going to find out right now. Who is the better team, Saints or Giants? This game is in New York, and the Saints are -4. The Saints are -4 on the road in New York. That's insane. I don't know.
I think the big thing with the Saints is after the Dennis Allen firing, they won 2 in a row.
Yeah, they got
and
that
I think that
guy.
was
they're playing on adrenaline and emotion for the new guy.
And then they had a bye week, and then they come out flat and lose to the Rams. They should have won that game. So it's like, maybe.
I don't know. That's one of those
maybe
games.
Maybe they're done.
That's one of those 10 a.m. games that people are just going to fly by. And the other one that people aren't going to watch and not at Jacksonville at Tennessee. The Jags, I can't imagine Trevor Lawrence is going to be okay to play after that hit in the head. I mean, he
has to have at least a full week.
Gotta be.
In concussion protocol.
Yeah, that was a vicious hit. The guy who did it apologized, but that's just terrible. You know, I saw a video online that the play of the year one year, I think it was the Chicago Bear. Was it? I don't remember. It was like a voted play of the year. It was the same play, and they voted like that. That was the hit of the year, like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's like.
No, it's like that was the dirtiest.
They want to press charges. Yeah. So I don't know that game.
Mac Jones looked better.
Tennessee's -4.5 at home. Yeah, I would take Tennessee at home, but
his third game.
We'll push them up. There we go.
Yep.
All right, we got them all in. All right. So Alex, you're back tomorrow.
Yes.
You are back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. The rest of the week, Wednesday, Matt Neverett will be here on Wednesday. Can't wait to talk about Matt and UNLV and how pumped he's going to be for heading to Boise State to go call that game on the radio for the Rebels. And Thursday, we have Bill Dwyer, comedian Bill Dwyer, who was here before, who was the host of Ultimate Fan League, a game show I was on 30 years ago. Very funny guy who hosts, what's the robot thing called here? BattleBots. Hosts BattleBots down behind Bally's, which is now the Horseshoe. So he'll be back. Also, should we tease it? We're hoping this week, possibly. We might have a little Melissa Peterman interview that will make Ann very happy. Minnesota's own. She's a star of Happy's Place, and you know her from Reba. Melissa Peterman is going to probably do the show again this week. And then Friday, we got Jeff Parles and Judge Chris Andrews will return. So it's going to be a good week. We appreciate you guys watching. We really do. Our chat room, you guys are the best. Paul, last week I didn't know what to do without punchlines while eating lunch. All is right in the world. Thanks for saying that. The hit of the year was Mike Singletary on Steve. Oh, yes, the backup Cowboy for the quarterback for the Cowboys. Was it? I think it's pronounced Pillar. Steve Pillar. It was Mike Singletary. Maybe Keith and I sent each other that video. I think he sent it to me. Anyway, it's going to be a good week. Make sure you stick around for Sports by the Book tomorrow with you and your dad.
Yes.
And speaking of Kenny White, we get Kenny White's Dog of the Day to end the show. There's our little graphic. Air Force plus 6.5 over Miami of Ohio in college basketball.
Yes. So Miami, Ohio has a big college basketball game tonight, and then they have a conference game this weekend.
There you go. All right, that's Kenny White's dog of the day, and here is our dog of the day. We always okay. What's going on here? Oh, you can't go outside. It's Buffalo. Oh no, what's going to happen? Are they going? Oh my gosh! Nope. I'm done. They didn't even pee. Oh my God! Get back in here. What are you doing? This isn't a good idea. Oh, look how cute. This one's a little more adventurous.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going deep. Nope, I'm done. Nope. Okay, they're both going out. That looks like McDermott and Josh Allen doing snow angels after the victory, which we showed early in the program. They're back inside. We're glad you're inside watching the show. Thanks for watching. Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada every show.